One of the most exciting events of our training was Victory Tower. 25 feet above the ground, we had to negotiate up a 3-rope bridge. Pulled ourselves down a 1-rope bridge, climb up again on a 2-rope bridge, and then climb down a cargo net. Once we got a feel of the ropes, it wasn't too bad, and the safety nets took away a lot of the fear. Our drill sergeants demonstrated how to tie a Swiss seat. At the top of the tower, we had to swing across an opening 40 feet above the ground. It was a real challenge for all of us to rappel the 40-foot wall. The tower taught us aggressiveness, confidence, and teamwork. It took all our concentration and strength to complete the event. The phrase, "Be all you can be," went through our minds many times.
All right. Let me get down. Go.
Johnny Rock over. Good job, man.
Relax your left leg. Come on, come on. Finish this.
Another. A foul will occur when a team member touches the area painted white, touches the pit, or if the stretcher is dropped.
Alright, so you put it on top of this board.
Pass from the long board. Put it right across there.
Are we going diagonally or are we going straight? Alright.
Move it. There you go, there you go.
Okay, you go.
Hold on, wait.
Start
Going away crossfire, the weight still balance out so the board won't fly out.
Can I reach over there?
Wait, step where he was
Overweight to the other obstacle?
Yeah.
Let's find out. I don't think so.
Alright, now crawl over, Rice.
Crawl over.
Come on, put that leg over. There you go. You got it. Come over.
Who has longer arms? Did you or big board?
Just long one. Watch it.
Go ahead.
You gotta hold it this time. You gotta be able to make it on the side. What's that? You gotta be able to settle this skinny thing right here. Yeah.
That board, when you get on, turn that board sideways. Pull.
Good, Taylor. I will Hey, you guys can use the ammo box for second.
Yeah, you can step down on the ammo box.
You want me to untie it?
Come on, guys. Leave it. You got this.
Come on, guys. Get on the board. You got it. Okay. I'm going.
Pugil stick training enhanced our bayonet skills. The pugil sticks were used as if it were a bayonet on a rifle. The drill sergeants were there to referee the matches and to ensure a fair bout. This competition was the motivation needed to get through the remainder of basic training. Reacting properly to the dangers of nuclear, biological, and chemical attacks was the main focus at NBC training. Putting on the M40A1 protective mask and entering the chamber, Then feeling the effects of the CS gas made us realize what a real attack could be and how we would have to prepare for it. We only spent 2 minutes in the chamber, but it seemed much longer once we got the full effects of the gas when the protective seals on the mask were broken. Before exiting the chamber, all the gas had to be cleared from the mask and the mask resealed. Even the drill sergeants in the area suffered the effects of the gas when the chamber doors were opened. Walking into the wind helped remove the gas from our clothing. This was one event no one wanted to repeat, and the smell of the gas is one you never forget.
Make a left. Soldier, walk straight. Go, make a left. Make a left. Right there. Straight. Walk straight.
Don't even come to the Lift your arms up. Keep moving.
That won't nothing. That won't nothing.
Back off, can't help you now. Keep going. Keep going. Right in front of you. Get your arms up, open your eyes. Get your arms up, open your eyes, you.
Everyone wanted to be a Hawkeye and hit all 40 targets during basic rifle marksmanship, but shooting the M16 rifle in full combat gear was tough. We fired 40 rounds from distances of 50 to 300 meters. 20 were fired from a foxhole and 20 from a prone position. To be classified as an expert, we had to hit between 36 to 40 targets. A sharpshooter hits between 30 and 35 targets, and if 23 to 29 targets were hit, we were a marksman. Breathe. Relax. Aim. Center mass. Then squeeze the trigger were terms that we had to remember to be successful. Once the qualification badges were given out, everyone knew that graduation was getting closer and that each part of the training was important. We now knew the value of good marksmanship. The night infiltration course was spectacular. The mission was to maneuver the 200-meter obstacle course with real explosions going off within 5 feet of us. Training at night was a new experience, and the overhead machine gun fire made us feel like we were in a real combat situation. At Bastogne Range, there were classes on safety, loading, firing, and cleaning of the M60 machine gun, the M203 grenade launcher, the AT-4 light anti-tank weapon, and the M18 Claymore mine. Part of the training was to live fire the machine gun, the AT-4, and the grenade launcher. The M203 really had a kick to it.
A little bit more. Bring your elbows in. Stop looking to this side. Look at your target where you're hitting. Fire. Oh, kill him. All right, take a lead. We'll take a lead, put it on 350, street number 5. That's too high.
The confidence course is broken down into 4 trails: the red, blue, white, and black, each consisting of 6 different obstacles. Each platoon starts on a different trail and rotates around the course until all 24 obstacles have been negotiated. The obstacles consist of climbing, crawling, jumping, and running on different areas called the belly robber, confidence climb, swinger, high step over, balancing log, and belly crawl. Coordination skills were definitely important on the confidence course.
Let me go.
Can't do that way.
Grab it one hand. Hey, yo, what y'all doing? Grab her. Up there. Don't even. Get that L shape. Drop your legs, body in L shape. And cover your face and fall. Cover your face and L shape. Fall. Cover your face. Good job. One more. Now look, you're gonna drop your feet, get an L shape. Alright, now do fall on your feet. Get off my mat, soldier. Get off my mat. Whoa. A little bit, you said a little bit. Gotta go a little bit back, man. Take an L shape. Cover your face and fall. What you say, man?
Duty, honor, country, a code of conduct and chivalry of those who guard this beloved land, an ideal so noble that it arouses a sense of pride, and yet humility, an expression of the ethics of the American man-at-arms. Duty, honor, country. Those 3 words build courage when courage seems to fail. Regain faith when there seems to be little cause for faith. Create hope when hope seems forlorn. The American man-at-arms, above all other people, prays for peace. for he must suffer and bear the deepest wounds and scars of war. Duty, honor, country. The unbelievers will say they are but words, a slogan or a flamboyant phrase. Every demagogue, every cynic, and every hypocrite will try to downgrade them to the extent of mockery and ridicule. The code with which those words perpetuate embraces the highest moral law and will stand the test of any ethics or philosophies ever published for the uplift of mankind. Around 1,000 campfires, on 100 battlefields, listening for the witching melody of faint bugles blowing revelry. Far-off drums beating the long roll. This is the story of the American man-at-arms. His name and fame are the birthright of every American citizen. In his youth and strength, his love and loyalty, he gave all that mortality can give. He has never failed us. Were he to do so, 1,000,000 ghosts in olive drab, in brown khaki, in blue and gray, would rise from their white crosses, thundering those magic words, duty, honor, country.
Videorama is part of the Morale, Welfare, and Recreation Division of Fort Jackson. All revenue received from this project and other MWR activities go toward improving the quality of life for all the soldiers at Fort Jackson and toward providing a community of excellence.